This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, good morning, good evening. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. Hope my voice is audible for everyone. My screen is also visible for everyone. So we will wait for 2 more minutes for others to join and then we will start our session. So we will give a couple of minutes for others to join and then we'll start our session. Thank you. Once again, welcome everyone. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. So in our yesterday's session, we discussed about what are all the course content that we are going to learn. Okay, so now today we are going to pretty much start our learning. Topic 1, JMeter introduction. JMeter introduction. So JMeter is a open source performance testing tool. Okay, JMeter is a open source performance testing tool. Open source means what? It's free of cost. It is free of cost. So other tools like LoadRunner, NeoLoad, all those things are commercial tools. So you have to pay money for the license. You have to pay money for the license. Here in JMeter, you don't want to specifically pay any money for your license. JMeter is an open source tool. Okay. So if you are going to their official website, so Apache JMeter is their official website. Just a minute. Apache JMeter. So this is their Apache JMeter. JMeter.apache.org is their official website. Okay. So as I mentioned, JMeter is an open source software, 100% pure Java application designed to load test functional behavior and measure performance. So which means that what? You are trying to do load testing using this JMeter tool, and it is a Java based application. It's a Java based application. So that's the reason I told you, in order to run your JMeter in your machine, you should have Java available in your machine. Then only JMeter will work. Okay. So any organization, if you guys are going to work, as a prerequisite, you should make sure in that machine Java is available. Java is available. Then only you can do JMeter to be executed. JMeter to be executed. It's a open source tool, purely a Java based application. You are trying to do load testing using this Apache JMeter. Apache JMeter. So few years before, LoadRunner was leading the market. Everybody used to have a LoadRunner in their applications, load testing tool choice, because wide range of protocols are supported. Okay, wide range of protocols now also. But I'm saying now JMeter is actually taking that market a little, because they started working, or they started expanding their protocol set. That's what I would say. Some 5 to 6 years before, if you are asking someone, they'll say JMeter is only for web application, pure web application testing only you can do using JMeter tool. But it's not the case now. The scenario is actually changed now. You can use for other load testing as well. Apart from your web application, you can use it for other load testing also. That's how JMeter is actually taking the market. And that time, say, The first one is protocol support. Protocol support. Actually, those days I told you, right? People used to blame like JMeter is only capable of doing pure web application performance testing, but now the story is actually a little changed. You can use it for different things, and also JMeter is having the capability to deploy your own jar file. Deploy your own jar file to do certain activity. That's the reason what happened in industry. Many other vendors, they started writing plugins for JMeter. Maybe something is for free, something is for cost. Yes, they are doing this as a business. There are vendors, they are writing their own plugins, and if you wish, you can get it from them, and then you can deploy it, and then you can use it for your performance testing. That's how protocol support is there. I mean, either you use the default behavior, or you can use certain plugins. Through that, you can do your performance testing. Yes, that is a differentiator they brought in JMeter to take the market, because earlier LoadRunner is a one which always supports all the protocol in the market. So that's the reason the preferable tool was LoadRunner. But now JMeter is also trying to improve their protocol set. Now most of the applications, even through JMeter, you can do the load testing. That is one. And then load generation. Load generation. What is this load generation? So if you are using JMeter, those days I'm saying, if you are using JMeter, you cannot do large volume performance testing. Cannot do large volume performance testing, say like 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, like that. You cannot do performance testing because setting up the infrastructure is little hard. So you don't want to do it in JMeter. You prefer to use LoadRunner. That is how in those days they used to say. But now the story is actually different because of the cloud capability. Because of the cloud capability, nowadays it is very easy to spin up your machine, do the load testing. After the testing, you can terminate the instance. So you can pay for only the time that you are using that infrastructure. So I personally did 1 lakh user load testing using JMeter. 1 lakh user load. Okay, 1 lakh user load testing using JMeter. So look at the volume of user load that you can test it in JMeter because of the cloud capability. Nowadays, because of the cloud capability, you can do large volume performance testing using JMeter itself. You can do large volume performance testing using JMeter itself. You don't want to procure license for any commercial options. That's how people are preferring nowadays. Okay, that is load generation part. And then reporting capability. Reporting capability. So I mean, some 4 years, 5 years before, if you are trying to take JMeter report, usually what we will do, we will take it using view results at table, summary report, aggregate graph. Like that, there are listeners are available in JMeter. Through the listeners only we used to take the report, but those reports are not that great information it will provide. I mean, yes, it will provide information, but the look and feel, the reporting structure is not that great. Because of that, people say like, no, JMeter report is not good. LoadRunner and NeoLoad report only good, like that they used to say. But now the reporting capability also they improved by implementing a new thing called HTML report in JMeter. Yes, JMeter recently introduced a reporting capability called HTML report. So through the HTML report, you are going to get a very detailed or look and feel, all those things are improved. So through the HTML report also, they overcome those problem statements. So like this, lot of things were there those years. I mean, those days, people used to say like protocol is a problem, load generation is a problem, reporting capability is a problem, this problem, that problem, like that they used to say JMeter is not a right tool for your performance testing. But now it's not the case. Everybody started using JMeter tool in their performance testing activity. Even they used to talk about security and all. since open source is since JMeter is an open source tool, they used to say security problem. Yeah, we cannot take it in our organization like that. But now, even there are insurance companies, even there are banking companies. They wanted to do load testing, means they are trying to use JMeter as a performance testing tool. Okay, so that's how the journey, that's how the improvement happened, that's how everybody started adapting JMeter tool in their application performance testing. I'll take a pass here. Any question guys still? No, anybody have any question?
Yeah, I have a query.
Yes.
You have used the word jar file, and another one is cloud capability. So can you please?
Yeah, jar file, say what is happening, it's a Java based application, I told you, right? So if you go to their just a minute. This is JMeter tool. Okay, in their library there are jar files already available. I mean, through that only their actual functionality is actually working. JMeter functionality is working through these readily available jar files. There are basic jar files are there. There are extension jar files are there. So through that only JMeter's basic functionality is actually working. Okay, so if you feel like, okay, I have the capability to, just a minute, I have the capability. Those who are not talking, please go on. Those who are not talking, please go on. Yeah. So if you are feeling like I have the capability, I wanted to achieve certain things, I can even write jar file, means you can write your own jar file, which is a executable file. That jar file you can deploy. I mean, you can copy paste it inside this library folder, so that whatever the functionality that you are expecting, right, that can be done through JMeter. That capability is also there. Right? That functionality you can do it. That is what I mentioned. Jar file. Clear now?
Yeah, it is clear.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's
Any other
clear.
question? Any other question, guys?
Yeah, and another one is cloud capability.
Capability. That's what I told you. Say. Those days, what we will do. There is a on-premises machines. I mean, in a data center, you will have an on-premises machine. Say like I wanted to do a load testing, means I need to request a customer 20 machine, you give it to me, 10 machine, you give it to me, like that. That too, getting 10 machines in on-premises will cost a lot. Okay, a lot of infrastructure investment will be there. So those days, because of these reasons, they never suggested. So after asking your question, please go on mute. Okay, it's like a lot of background sound is actually coming. So which means that those days getting a machine in on-premises, and investment for on-premises machine is very, very high. So because of that, they did not choose JMeter tool for their performance testing. But now the story is different. You can rent your cloud infrastructure probably for 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. Pay as you go. Okay, pay for whatever the subscription that you are getting. So in that way, cloud infrastructure is available to do performance testing using JMeter. That is a capability I told you. So you can use that cloud option to do your performance testing using JMeter with the limited investment cost, infrastructure cost. Clear, Isha?
Yes, yes, clear. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Any other question, please?
Yeah. Hi, sir. This is Vijay here. Good morning.
Hi, Vijay.
I just have one question regarding the load generation. How that number of users is defined here? Because as in the LoadRunner, and they'll be having the number of users are defined over there, right? Users license. But how about here in the JMeter?
So
Is it defined or is it varying?
it's varying. So in LoadRunner also it is protocol only defined. In a single machine, how many number of users that you wanted to execute is not defined. Okay, there also you need to calculate. Okay, so I mean to say number of license that you are procuring from Micro Focus is different. Okay, number of user that you are going to execute it in single load generator is different. There also calculation involved. So see, here also there is no license procurement as such, because you don't want to think about that. It is actually free of cost. Only thing is you have to calculate in a single machine how many user that you wanted to execute it based on the configuration of the machine. Say like it is a quad core 8 GB machine, or octa-core 16 GB machine, octa-core 32 GB machine, octa-core 62 GB machine. What is your configuration of the machine? In that machine, how many users that you are going to execute it? Because all these are, I told you, right? It is a Java application. So it's a Java application, which means that heap size is important. I mean, in a single machine, how much of a heap size you are available with. Through that only you can define the number of users. So you need to calculate your number of users based on the available heap setting, or you have to define your heap setting in each and every machine. Based on that, you have to calculate your number of users, and you are going to extrapolate it to your total user. Say like example, I'm saying 32 GB machine I am having. I am going till 800 user in that machine. Okay, 132 GB machine. I am going with 800 user means, which means that I need 5 machines to do 4000 user load of testing. So in that way only you are going to do the calculation. So it's about single machine, how many user you are going to use it. In what way it is actually dependent, how much of the heap size that is actually available. Based on the heap size, you are going to define the number of user and then total count as well. Clear, Vijay?
Yeah, I have cleared. I got the idea, but like we need to identify what number of users still we need to put a load on the system, right? So that one, how to just know whether how many numbers users to be added.
That's what, it is not a straightforward number. Okay, it's not a straightforward number because the size of the script matters. Okay, size of the script matters. Okay, say there are scenario you are recording only one page application where you have very minimum script size, so which means that that script can be deployed in your heap setting so that you can run large volume performance testing. But there are application you are recording the huge flow. In that case, the size of the script and then the amount of heap consumption will be very high, means in that case you cannot run a large volume performance testing in the same heap setting. So it's a variable factor. It's a variable factor. Even if you go and think about LoadRunner tool, LoadRunner tool also, they'll say web HTTP protocol, they'll say probably 3 MB or 4 MB of a script size. If it is a true client protocol, they'll say 60 MB to 90 MB of a script size. If it is a Citrix protocol, it is more than 100 MB or something like that. That's how each protocol, they are making the difference in the size of the script, right? So here also, here in JMeter also, based on the size of the flow that you are recording, based on that the consumption of the heap is available, and based on that you are going to decide it. So what you can do, say like you are having a 8 GB RAM machine where you can declare up to 2 GB heap setting, usually 1/4. Okay, heap setting will be 1/4. Say like your 8 GB RAM means 2 GB only you can declare the heap setting. Means in that 2 GB heap setting, what you are going to do, you are going to run with say an example. Initially you are testing with 500 user load. You are not getting any error message and everything goes good, your response time is actually good, means so 500 user load is actually good. So you increase your upper boundary, say like you increase to 1000, that time your same 2 GB heap setting is actually throwing error message or some kind of out of memory error message or something like that, means you don't want to go to 1000 user load testing. You only go with 500 or 600, so that make sure your application is actually working fine without having any error message, without having any out of memory error message. Your response times are under the SLA. So that is a trial and error you are going to do it to make sure in that 2 GB RAM machine, 2 GB heap setting, how many users that you are able to run it. That way you have to calculate it, Vijay. Okay.
Okay. So in order to make higher number of users, we need to go for higher number of memory heap size.
Correct.
Directly
You are
proportional. Totally.
Yeah, it is proportional to that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you have to define.
Thank you, Sarun. Yeah.
Sure, Vijay. So you have to define your heap setting in such a way so that you can increase your user load in the same machine. If you are not increasing your heap setting, you cannot increase your user load. It will disturb your report actually. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So in real time, like who would help in this, like setting up and
Actually, we have to do. We have to do, Siri. We have to do.
Okay.
So
Not
that's what
developers.
they don't have this information, right? So if you are going to JMeter batch file, so this is a batch file, right? So under this, if I open this file, there is a min size max size value, XMS and then XMX. If you are finding that value, you can go and manually override the value. You can see here. You can see it is right now the default value is 1 GB. I override the value to 2 GB.
Okay. How much max we can put it like?
That's what I'm saying. 1/4. 1/4 in the sense like your RAM is 8 GB means 2 GB you can go. Your RAM is 16 GB means 4 GB you can go. Your RAM is 32 GB means 8 GB you can go. It's actually 1/4. 1/4 value. Okay. So that, I mean, you can ask me why, sir, why not more than that? If you are going more than that, it is not going to give you a good result. So the optimum range, the industry standard range is actually people are going with this 1/4 range. But it is nowhere written or nowhere printed in the book like you have to go this much. If you are going with 1/4, it is actually yielding a good report. That's the reason we are following it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is about your introduction. JMeter introduction means because of these reasons. This is a history behind it. Why people are going on with the JMeter too. Okay. So as a protocol support, you can see these are the things that are supported. I mean, web, HTTP, HTTPS, Java, Node.js, PHP, ASP.NET, SOAP and REST web services are supported. FTP protocol, file transfer protocol supported. Database testing can be done via JDBC call, LDAP, message protocol, mail protocol, native commands or any scripts you can execute it, TCPs, Java objects like that. Lot of support is actually available in JMeter nowadays. I mean, it is not like 4 years, 5 years before they'll only say pure web application like that they used to say. But the story is actually totally different now. You can approach it for all kind of a testing, provided you need to do a proof of concept, POC. Okay, POC. Say like if customer is coming and asking you, why don't you do testing for this application? If you are not sure whether that application is actually compatible with the JMeter, what you have to do? You have to recommend the customer, why don't you do a proof of concept, POC. What is the outcome of the POC? It is to check whether JMeter is compatible. POC will not focus on report. I mean, performance testing report. POC will focus on tool compatibility report. It will say whether JMeter is compatible in so and so technology, so and so application or what. So if you are not sure, please propose a POC. You can tell them we will do a POC to make sure JMeter is fully compatible with this application. That is how you have to propose it to the customer. Okay, so this is how JMeter is actually we are going to use it for our performance testing. Okay, next topic. JMeter installation. As such, it is not a detailed installation. It's just a downloading of the file and then you are going to configure it. So what you can do, guys, you can go here, go to their official website. In the left hand side there is a download releases option is there, download releases. Okay, so if you are going here, there is a version available called 5.4.3, which is the latest version, and it is also mentioned you need to have a Java 8 plus. Okay, Java 8 plus. Okay, it's actually a prerequisite. And then there are two things are there. One is your binary, another one is your source. Binary and then source. Okay, so since we are going to use it in the Windows machine, right? So you can use this zip file. Okay, you can download this. If you simply click this, it will download. Look at here, it is actually download. Okay, so we are going to use the binary version of our JMeter tool. Though I already told you, right, you have the capability to write your jar files, right? For those who wanted to do that kind of a thing, they can use the source file. Source, okay, they can use the source file of the JMeter, but we are not going to use it, and we are not going to attempt that. So we don't want to worry about source. We are going to use the binary file. We are going to use the binary file. So there are archive files also there. Say like if you wanted to take the older version of the JMeter, there is a archive option is there. So archive option is also there. So you guys can go and check the older versions in that. Okay. So what is that meaning? You are trying to download it. Look at here, it is actually downloaded. Say like you are going to that folder. You are going to that folder. Right click, extract all. Right click, extract all, which is nothing but you are trying to extract the. Okay, you are trying to extract the file. Say like this is an extracted version, guys. Okay, this is a extracted version. So say an example, this is an extracted version. So which means that what you are downloading and you are extracting the file. You are downloading and you are extracting the file. Okay, so give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. I'll be back. Yeah, I'm back. So which means that you are going to download the zip file from their official website, and then you are unzipping the file, and this is a file. Okay, this is a file, the unzipped version of it. Maybe it is 2 version before, but the latest version is 5.4.3. So what you guys can do, you guys can go to their official website and then you can download their tool. Okay, download their tool. This is how JMeter is actually you are going to configure. I mean, configure in the sense like you are downloading, you are extracting, and this is a JMeter file. This is a JMeter file. Okay, so that is about your installation. Means this is what you are going to download it and then you are going to extract it. Okay, I'm not doing anything. I'm just downloading and then unzipping the file. That is the first step. Okay, so yes, I unzip the file. I unzip the file. So after that, I mean, in order to launch your JMeter, what are all the prerequisites? Okay, it's you have to follow this procedure, or you have to share this prerequisite to the customer so that they will do it for you. Okay, because in certain organization, whatever I'm going to say, right, it's all done by the infrastructure team only. Okay, IT support team only will do that, so you cannot do it. So these steps, please note it down. And while sending a mail to the customer as a prerequisite, you can tell them like these are the prerequisites so that I can do a load testing using JMeter. What is that? You should have a JDK installed, Java JDK 1.8. Okay, Java JDK 1.8. So don't worry, either you try to do it, guys. Okay, you try to do it by installing the JDK 1.8, or if not, you inform me. I will ask my team to share the JDK file to you so that you can install it in your machine. Okay, because in order to run the JMeter, this file is actually very important. So you have to install the Java in your machine. Yesterday also I showed you how to make sure that your Java is actually there, or what you can use Java space hyphen version. You have to type this command so that you will be getting this version details to make sure Java is available in your machine or what. Java is available in your machine or what. Okay, so if it is not showing Java is an unknown command or external command or something like that, message is coming, which means that in your machine Java is not there and you have to do the installation. You have to do the installation. So even sometimes Java C space hyphen version, it is a compiled version of the Java. So both the things are same. It in my machine 1.8 is already available. If not, you need to do the installation of your JDK in your machine, like other software of your installing, right? You have to install the JDK in your machine. Okay, that is actually the prerequisite. You have to install the Java, that to 8 version of 8 plus you have to
Sir, can screen size can be increased, sir?
now. This is a maximum size. Okay, so that is about your Java installation, right? But not only Java installation, I mean, this is not coming in your machine. This is even after installing the Java, you installed Java in your machine. Even after installing the Java in your machine, if it is not coming, this information is not coming, means you need to do the Java home and path. These two things you have to set it up. You have to set it up. How to do that? You have to go to environment variable, system, edit the system environmental variable. You have to go. So I told you, right, these things and all, definitely you will not have access in your organization because this is all managed by the administrator. Normal person cannot do the edit. So make sure you are telling them clearly like what you have to do. You have to go to edit system environmental variable. There you can click new and then type Java underscore home, everything in uppercase. Everything in uppercase you have to type it, and then you have to give till the JDK folder. JDK folder. So I'm going to my C folder, program files, Java, JDK. So till the JDK folder, I'm copying this, and then you can put it here and then click OK. Click OK. But right now I'm not going to click OK because I already added. Look at there in the begin the screen, you can see I added till the JDK folder. Till the JDK folder, you have to set the Java underscore home. Java underscore home. That is the first thing. Second thing is go to the bottom, find the path. Look at here, path is already available. Please keep in mind, don't disturb any path configuration because path is configured with multiple application. Don't remove or delete any other application path that will disturb the application. So what you can do, you can simply click edit and then click new and then add till the bin folder. Till the bin folder you have to add it. Earlier I told you till the not this bin folder. Sorry. So till the JDK bin folder. Okay. So earlier I told you you need to add till the JDK folder. Next you have to add till the bin folder. Till the bin JDK bin folder you have to add it. So in my case I already added it. Look at here, it is already available. So Java home means till the JDK folder. Path means till the bin folder you have to add it. So if you are adding these two things, and then if you are checking that command Java space hyphen version, that will work. Even then if it is not working, please do the restart once. So sometimes it may be the problem as well, so it will resolve the problem. So download your JMeter, extract your JMeter, set the Java home and the path. Okay, that is how you are configuring your tool, your JMeter tool. Okay, so how to start your JMeter? Lot of options are there. Right now I'm going to say 3 options. Okay, right now I'm going to say 3 options how to start the JMeter. First one is double click on this jar file. Inside the folder, inside the bin folder, there is a jar file called jar file, Apache JMeter.jar file is there. Double click on that jar file. That is the first step, first method. So it will launch your JMeter. It will launch your JMeter because you are simply double click on the jar file and then you are trying to launch the JMeter. That is first method. So it is launching your JMeter. But if you go read any official blog or websites or anywhere, what they used to teach, you have to go to jmeter.batch file and then start it. Look at here. This is jmeter.batch file. Double click it and then start it. This is how everybody usually teach it, but it's up to you which way you wanted to start your application. You can start it either through the jar file or through the batch file. So through the batch file, if you are launching, this is how it will launch your JMeter. Yeah. So this is the second method in which you are starting your. So actually saying, some 4 to 5 versions before, in a single machine, one instance of a JMeter only you can open. I mean, some versions before, you can use one JMeter in one machine. But now look at here. Now itself I opened 2 JMeter. Now itself I opened 2 JMeter. So now that problem also they resolved. You can even run multiple JMeter instance in multiple. In a same machine. Okay, that is the solution that they provided. Okay, so this is about the second method. The third method is what I'll do. I'll go to the command prompt, select the entire path, and typing CMD and then click enter. So it will go to the bin folder straight away. There I can type simply JMeter and then click enter. This is also one another way. It is like launching the JMeter through the command prompt. So this is also one another way you are launching your JMeter. There are 3 methods that I told you. One is jar file mode, another one is bash file mode, third one is command prompt. Any question guys still now?
So could you please explain a little bit about on-premises machines?
On-premises, say my laptop is actually on-premises machine. Your laptop is actually on-premises machine. Okay, but if you are using some AWS, Azure, Alibaba, Google Cloud, IBM Cloud, all those things are cloud machines. Okay, you are not procuring the infrastructure. You are only procuring their service. Okay, you are paying for the service and then you are going to use that machine, which is not in your control. Somebody is actually maintaining it. Where you have all the control, you are maintaining everything. That is actually called as on-premise. Okay. The IT organization.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes.
This JMeter is on-premises tool or like cloud tool? Mr.?
No, anywhere you can deploy this tool. No restriction. You can use it in on-premises. You can use it in the cloud machine. Anywhere you can use it. Okay.
So, sir, will you also cover like how we will use this tool on cloud machines?
If you wish, yes, I can show you. No problem. It's a 5 minutes of work only. I will show you. No problem. Okay. Yeah. So those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, this is Kumar sir number 80199524227. Okay. So I'll paste in the chat. You guys can take it. 80199524227. So anything related to course journey, course content, course timing, fees related, anything that you wanted to discuss, you can discuss with Kumar sir. 80199524227 is number. You can reach out to him for any further clarifications required. And it is actually 25 hours of a session. We are planning to complete it. 25 hours. Each day, one hour we are going to have it. And the time slot is the same time slot, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Indian time, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Indian time, correspondingly in other locations. That is what we are going to have it. And then each day the session will be recorded and each video will be uploaded into YouTube playlist URL, and you will be shared with the YouTube playlist URL. All these videos you are going to have a lifetime access. You can watch it anytime. Say like you are missing 1 or 2 sessions, you can watch the video and then you can come back. All the supporting documents, artifacts will be shared through Google Drive. We are going to share all the important documents in the Google Drive, so you can make use of it. So please enroll yourself. Already we started the course content today itself. We started it, so we are going to continuously learn the things. Don't miss any session, because if you are missing it, you may be feeling like you are missed a lot of information. So please, for your continuous learning, please enroll yourself. 8019952427 is a number. You can reach out to Kumar sir for any further information, guys. Okay, so you can enroll yourself. Anyways, today itself we started the lessons, but tomorrow we are going to have a detailed understanding of what is actually happening in JMeter. Can I get the JDK installed? Yeah, we'll share that. We will share that. Don't worry. Right now it is there in the demo session level only, right? So once you are finalizing the group, we will share all the artifacts to you. Don't worry. We'll share.
Sir, good morning. This is Kamal. I have a question.
Yeah, Kamal.
So yesterday I attended this demo session. I forgot to ask because of some issues from my end. So my question is like I'm into it and big data area testing, and my requirement is something my team is expecting to validate the response time for the huge data load that we are loading in big data area. So how this JMeter can be used, because we are using some job scheduling tools to load the data in respective tables, and I want to validate all those response time, how much time it is taking to load the data in table in big data space. So this JMeter will help me in for doing that in practically. That is one of my question, and at the same time, I'm interested to go ahead with this performance testing tool for. So by doing this course, how much confidence I'll get to work in practically, and I can implement in my project. Could you please help me on that part?
Yeah. So answer to your first part of the question, how we are going to do that activity is important. Okay. So if you are trying to do it in the UI level, doing certain kind of a reporting tool where it is actually pulling the data or setting the data like that, yes, through the JMeter is straightforward. You can easily do it. But if you are trying to use some other mode which is not HTTP or which is not any other protocol communication that is actually happening, not only JMeter, any tool in the industry cannot do that. Okay, and if you are trying to use more of a manual activity in the middle, that is also not the right approach, because it should be clicked and the entire activity should complete. It is not like, sir, something will be tool will do, sir, I will do certain manual work, sir. Again tool will do, sir, again I will do manual work, sir. That kind of a things also not possible. Not only in JMeter, any other performance testing tool is not capable to do it. So it is about how you are doing it. It is a straightforward JDBC trigger that you are doing, or if it is actually a web trigger that you are doing. Based on that, you are going to do it in JMeter. If not, whatever I told, if this not comes under this category, you cannot use JMeter for that performance testing tool. It's actually an automation work. Okay, manually, a single user who is actually triggering that means that's actually a functional automation kind of an activity. It is not comes under load testing capability itself. That is one thing. The other thing is, yes, this course if you are completing, definitely you will get a detailed understanding about this tool. You can work in your real world. You will get the practical hands-on experience so that you can implement the same in your real world also. You can definitely start doing your regular activity using the JMeter. That you can do. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, one more thing. One more question is how this load testing is different from this, and are you using any other tool for the load testing? Because JMeter is the scripting part. Are you going to run these scripts in some another tool for the load testing, or this is more sufficient to?
No, JMeter itself a load testing tool only. You can execute the test in JMeter itself. It is not about the BlazeMeter is the only option to do the load testing of the JMeter scripts. No, JMeter as a standalone tool you can do the execution. Where you wanted to have little more customization improvement in the way JMeter is doing, only people will prefer place meter. Other than that, JMeter is a standalone independent load testing tool, can do scripting, execution, reporting, everything can be done in the single tool itself.
Okay. Sir, then why they're saying like there is a tool called Kibana, they're executing these JMeter tools. I mean, why that other tools are comes into this?
That's what. So this Tribana, Grafana, all those things are like a beautification tool only. You are making your JMeter thing into a little more streamlined way. Okay, it is like an engine. It is like an engine to run this the scripts. Okay, it is to make your JMeter scripts to be executed and trying to get a little more fancy reports or little more streamlined report. That's the only way they are going on with this approach. But as a tool, JMeter itself having the independent capability to do the load testing. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So please enroll yourself, guys. 8019924227 is a number. Please enroll yourself to do the continuous learning. Thanks everyone for joining this session, giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge and experience with you people. Thanks for joining today to evaluate us. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Actually, I have a question.
Yeah, Banjan.
Yeah, hi. So, as JMeter is load testing, we can do the like web application, performance testing of the web application. So, using JMeter only, we can do the performance testing API level or other, like in UI, you have many components like JavaScript is also HTML, all the things is there.
See, actually, the core capability is to find the HTML, HTTP communications. Usually, people will do that. But if you're talking about the other aspects, yes, JMeter is having the capability to integrate with the Selenium web drivers or Eclipse or so and so. But that's not the usual capability. Yes, there is a capability, but the usual capability is to find the HTTP level response time only. Okay.
No, yeah. No, there's whenever we are recording a like web page or all the things, so we are getting more things HTML, JavaScript, everything is coming, right? Along with the API protocol also, correct?
Those are cached.
So my question is that, yeah, like while doing through the JMeter, we'll consider this HTML, JavaScript along with the HTTP protocol, or it is good practice to only do HTTP using JMeter?
See, that's what. Even if you are having those static contents in your script, it is not going to be considered because it's all cached. Okay, it is locally cached. Okay, so which means that you are not going to get any benefit. That's the reason in JMeter itself there is an option called add suggested excludes. Suggested excludes in the sense CSS, JavaScript, those are the files. If it is there in the script or if it is not there in the script, it's not going to make any difference. So that's the reason people are not recording those contents. Okay, those contents. Anyways, in our regular session, I'm going to show that like how we are recording the content with the static content, without static content, like that. We are going to see that. But answer to your question. If it is there also, it is not going to make the difference. It is like simply executing. It is not going to attribute any value in the response time. Okay.
Okay. But HTML content will be there. We cannot exclude that.
Yeah, HTML content will be there. I'm talking about the static contents.
Okay. Yeah, it is good practice to test the performance of the HTML using JMeter, right? We can do it.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, fine. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, sure. So with this, we'll complete our session for today. Thanks for joining and have a nice day. Bye-bye.